What's up, otakus? It's your tour guide here. We're hyped for the Superman movie tomorrow. I mean, what more can I say? I've got tickets to the premiere night. Uh, well, not premiere. I think it premieres tonight for like a special preview edition. Um, I just went to the IMAX showing for Friday night. I figure that's early enough. I'm going to try to stay off social media so that things don't get spoiled. But I see a lot of stuff popping up, and I'm trying to not see it as much of the movie as I can. But it's been impossible. I mean, like every every third post is like an ad on my algorithm. But yeah, something interesting happened. Well, okay, so we're continuing on with this summer of Superman, and so what this video is all about is I'm just going to review my Superman books from last week. I mean, literally last week's Superman pickups, and I'm kind of impressed by how much I was really focused. This truly is the summer of Superman because I spent about $60, but I picked up other things with the $60. Um, but I've just basically narrowed it down to all the Superman books, and I don't know. I'll try to remember and tell you what I paid for each book. Actually, I pretty much know what I paid for each book. I think for the most part, the difference is going to be whether I paid $1 versus like 25 cents. Um, so that's where some of the confusion may be. But I mean, pretty much all of this stuff, I feel like I got. I mean, $70 or sorry, $60. I spent $60. And what we picked up here is, to me, like one book alone almost hits that. So it's just a lot of value here. And I think part of the Summer of Superman that I was hoping to see was all the excitement amongst the collecting community, um, and the larger culture as a whole. Superman seems to have been in this culture war now, where you have MAGA claiming him, oblivious to the fact that he's an immigrant, and then you have, I think, people on the left claiming him, and Gunn is basically saying this is a movie for um, pretty much woke people, right? So this is a very woke movie, and so if you're not comfortable with politics being in mass media, then yeah, you know, just go build a cabin somewhere and live in the mountains. But um, right now, it's a narrative that I think anti-Trump people have just latched onto, and Superman is carrying a very important message in this time of chaos, and that is be there for other people and do the right thing. Okay, those are two hard things to, I think, for any of us to really aspire to. But you know, if we're not being rich assholes, then we're probably that way anyway. But you know what I mean? It's there are times when, like, we won't do the right thing, and that's um unfortunate, but it happens. But anyway, I want to get to my haul. But the other thing we want to cover is where DC is going to move forward after the movie launch, because now we're seeing an explosion of DC previewed stuff. It's kind of like people are I think the producers are assuming this is going to be a huge box office hit, and I mean, everybody in my bank says they're going to see it. If that's a good indication for you, but it's like, um, it seems like people just are excited. You go to the bookstore, and I ask, "Are you going to see the movie?" Everybody's like, "Yep." You know, like it's just crazy. I think a lot of people are very, very excited about this project, and so yeah, it kicks off tomorrow. I'm very excited to be a part of it, and I'm going to share my thoughts with you as soon as I get back. It'll be probably be a late Uh, I may do it the next day, but it'll probably, if I do it live, it'll be very late broadcast. So just prepared to stick around for that. I may just do it um, next day, like in the evening, because the thoughts will still be, I think, still fresh with me, and I'll have time to kind of contemplate, what the movie meant. I'll kind of process it after I've watched it. But yeah, we're gonna do that tomorrow. So for now, I am going to count down. So at 9 p.m. Pacific, midnight Eastern time, it will officially be Superman movie day. I'm just calling it Superman Day tomorrow. Just, you know, I know his birthday is in August, like mine. But we're just going to say that, I think we're going to say that he's, sorry, no, May. His birthday's in May. I don't know why he thought it was in August. His birthday's in May. Um, but yeah, what we're basically going to do is we're going to take that date of the movie and kind of just mark it on our calendar. Like, this is the day Superman returned, and it's like, basically Gunn's DC universe. So I'm very excited to talk about that a little bit. And so, yeah, as we count down to, it's about 10 minutes away. Okay. So I'm going to get the comic book haul started, and we'll count down together to midnight Eastern time. And then I'll get back to just showing you all the books and going to bed. All right. So right off the bat, when I went to Jeff's, I checked Superman, and I found these two books. And the thing is, I already had 2 copies of these books. Okay. I'm just showing you. Actually, I'm not showing you anything. I had 2 copies of these books. And basically, I didn't mind having, at Jeff's price, I didn't mind having 2 more copies. And I'm so glad I got them, because now these are, like, I think will be sought after keys. Because I foresee a lot of people, just people who aren't into comic books getting into comic books now because of Superman. And they're going to be buying DC modern titles, but eventually they're going to get to either the collecting point where they start looking at back issues. And when they start doing that, because again, they're targeting the left are more educated, the left have better jobs, they have higher incomes, they have more disposable income. So when they're buying Superman, they're able to pay top dollars. That's the other thing people should be aware of. So whether you don't like Superman or not, I think it's time to buy Superman, because it's going to make you some money, hopefully. All right. So the 2 books we picked up are Superman 675, as well as the crypto cover. So I've already got 2 issues of this, but I'm sitting in Jeff's. We picked this one up for $2. We picked this one up for $1.50. I kid you not. It's like a 9.5, or sorry, 9.4 a copy. Absolutely mint. It was better than the one I previously had, which was also mint, but this one is so much cleaner and sharper. But yeah, we picked up another copy of the crypto cover. So again, both these for $3.50. That just seems like I robbed the store or something. All right, next, and we've got 8 minutes left, so I'm not going to miss the countdown. Trust me. We've got this I picked up for 50 cents. Superman 131. Birth of Lena Lang, LL. We've got Superman in Action Comics, $6.92. Then a newsstand, we got that for 50 cents. We picked up this great George Perez cover, Action Comics, $6.45. Newsstand, that was 50 cents. This is crazy. This is at least, I would put this at like a 6. Yeah, I'd put this at a 6. It's a black cover, first off. It's a newsstand cover, second off. So People are going to be very lenient on this grade, hopefully. But Jose Luis Garcia Lopez, we picked up DC Comics Presents #1. This is the Superman Flash cover. Again, Jose Luis Garcia Lopez artwork. Put it about 6.0 in terms of the copy we picked up. We got this out of the dollar bin. No joke. This was, I think, also no. This was out of the quarter bin. These are more DC Comics Presents Superman Adam Strange, issue 10, Superman and Sergeant Rock. These are newsstand copies. Superman and Hawkman, issue 11. I don't know. Again, I'm so glad I picked this up because it's technically a better copy than what I had before in terms of presentation. But it's right around the same grade. This just looks much better. And I got this for $1. This was Neil Adams. This is issue 199. Neil Adams cover there. Got that for $1. Very low grade, but man, come on. You can't leave that there for $1. I got Free Comic Book Day Justice League Adventures. This is a free comic book day, but it's just a cool adventures cover, kind of in the Alex Ross style. Very cool cover there. We picked up Action Comics 813. It's a great Michael Turner cover. Action Comics 489. Oh, that's the other thing I forgot to mention. So there was a huge update, and I don't know how this coincided with the movie release. So I figure there's something going on with the timing of this. But Key Collector, and I'm sure a lot of you will have noticed as well, Key Collector has priced all of their Superman books. We're talking like from this late like the Silver Age, all the way through the modern age. I think they even have the Golden Age stuff updated, but I don't know if they've changed in price. That's the part I'm sure, because a lot of this other stuff, there just wasn't transparency on what the value was, but now you see a lot of Superman books have spiked on this app just because they've exposed pricing. And I think when they were asking around, okay, what are current market prices for these, they had just a bunch of Superman fans in the room or something, because they valued a lot of this stuff, the Bronze Age to the Copper Age stuff. That's being kind of priced in now with the anticipated market demand for the book. So essentially, a long-winded way of saying Superman books are more expensive now. Superman books are, I think, again, I think there's going to be a lasting market for these books, just given how big Superman the movie has become now. I think it's being a little bit politicized. It's definitely two camps now: the Lex Luthor camp and the Superman camp. So it's very fitting in this current political environment. It's just baffling how, James Gunn positioned it this way. And I'm sure it's going to be a big response to sort of the things we're seeing in American society today. So yeah, be ready for a very, I think, scathing critique of like, basically some of the political rhetoric, the divisions in our politics. Hey, what's up, Tyler? Yeah, I'm still going through my stuff. So you came at the perfect time. I'm about 3/4 of the way through it, I guess. Yeah, it's still half. I'm about to say 60% still to go through. So you came at the right time. All right, here we go. So we were just getting through Action Comics. These are all like I want to say with the press and some love, all like mid-grade copies, nothing outside that, nothing you could say is high grade, but again, with some press and some love, some cleaning, we might be able to get to mid-grade copies on some of these. So I'm just really looking forward to getting a lot of these books to Roger, because I just know Roger's gonna make them look as fantastic as they need to be. So we got Action Comics 489. We've got, again, I picked this all up last week. Just keep that in mind, please. We got Action Comics 488. This is a really nice copy. I'd put it at like a 7.0 with the press and clean and all that. Just a beautiful cover right there. That's a key book too, I think. We picked up this Whitman copy, 3.5 to 4. That's become a big book now. We have the Action Comics 476, Kurt Schaffenberger goodness right there. This needs a press very badly, but there's a subscription piece right down the middle. But man, this would look fantastic pressed out, and just it's going to look fantastic just with the press. It's going to make such a big difference. We have Action Comics 474. Oh, and it is, we didn't count it down. I missed it by 10 seconds. So we'll do a little 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, I'm about 20 seconds late, but happy Superman Day. I was distracted showing off the books. All right, we're going right back to the books. It's Superman Day today, so go watch the movie, get your tickets, make sure this thing is knocked out of the park. If you want to send a message, take your whole family. It's a family movie. Crypto's in it. Good old American values being taught by the Man of Steel. So again, support the movie, please. We have Superman Phantom Zone, #1. We have Captain Carrot and his Amazing Zoo Crew, issue #1, with some excellent Ross Andru Superman art there. He's in chains. The Zoo Crew, there to bail him out, I guess. We have Superman 274, Nick Cardy cover, I believe. More Nick Cardy right here. Oh, this one was right out of the quarter bins. So these are all out of the quarter bins, mind you. All this stuff right here. This one was $1, but all this other stuff out of the quarter bins. That's crazy. It's crazy that we picked all these up for a quarter. This one, again, this one has a bit of a spine roll. It's in rough shape. But again, with a clean and a press, it's going to look fantastic. It's going to look fantastic. Well, it's a low grade copy, but we're going to make sure it pops and just looks incredible. So we're going to need a little assistance from Roger, but these are the kind of books I want to just send him, because I know he's going to have fun working on these underappreciated treasures for so long. Superman 282, quarter. Superman 291, quarter. These are all low to mid grade copies. Superman 292. This one's again. This one would look nice with a clean and a press. The sort of an origin story of Luthor there. He and Superboy were friends. Superboy put out a fire that basically destroyed all his hair, and then became each other's. Well, Lex Luthor basically hates Superman. That's it. Superman 316. We've got this Metallo cover by Jose Luis Garcia Lopez. That was also, this might have been $1 or a quarter. I don't recall. I'm saying it's a quarter. I think we got it for a quarter. But it looks really nice. This could be like a 6.5. Oh man, so much goodness that we picked up. Jose Luis Garcia Lopez again, Superman 344. This was 25 cents. This was a quarter. Yes, this was a quarter. We have Superman 348. Ross Andrew goodness right there. Some Rich Buckler goodness here. Superman presents the Krypton Chronicles #1 newsstand. Look at that pink cover. Beautiful. Superman, feel free to jump on, man. I feel like there's a lot going on in the market, in politics with this character, and then also with the it's the comic books that are spiking. It's the DC universe. There's a lot to talk about. So if you want to hop on, fanboy, feel free. I put the link in our chat. So we've got, again, great cover there by Rich Buckler. All right, we're getting into kind of like the bigger books now that we picked up. But as you can see, there's a lot of value there in just the quarter bin books. And so, this was all last week too. So we spent $60, but I was able to pick up all this plus a lot of other stuff. So in my humble estimation, the last two hauls that we've had are the hauls of the year. And it's just kicked off the summer of Superman with this flurry of like Superman books, because I'm just like, everything I could find in terms of that Bronze Copper Age era, I was just targeting, and now we got an update on a lot of those books, and the market, they've set the market at a mark up. Let's just put it that way on Superman books. It's exciting to see. I think it's going to create a little bit of a frenzied market soon. All right, so this one I picked up for $1, and it's going to look fantastic with the press again. It does have creasing in it, that bright color, but it just looks, it's sharp, it's vibrant, and with the press, you're not even going to, it kind of blends in some of the color break here. It's just going to look so clean. But this is Superman 308. It's a Neil Adams cover with his signature there. Where is it? It's right there. Neil Adams. But this is just great depiction of him in this being pressed up against this bubble. And there's a planet being destroyed in the background, or something being destroyed in the background, a city. It's nuclear radiation. I think this is like Solar Man or somebody. But yeah, forgive me, I haven't read any of these books yet. But just a beautiful Neil Adams cover. And it's just like green to like, there's just so much going on in this really like masterclass of comic book cover design right here by the late great Neil Adams. Man, got this for $1. It's just crazy how cheap. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get these books. I don't know if I'm going to be able to pick up Superman books, because I'm hoping some of the shops I visit, they're slow to like, they don't look at social media. Maybe they don't follow trending books and stuff like that. And I'm just hoping I can like eke out Superman at a discount like this again, because I would imagine Jeff's right now in the middle of repricing all the Superman books as we speak, as well as the comic book shop, ancient, what's it called? All American Comics. I'm sure that guy is repricing all this stuff too. All right, forgive me. There is one non-Superman book in this collection or in this haul. We did pick up Wonder Woman 205 for 25 cents. And this is like a low grade copy, but man, does it present really nice. Um, Look at how beautiful that is. Yeah, low grade copy. It's got like a chip in the corner. It's sort of a chunk missing up here. It's weird because the page is still, the cover hasn't been impacted. It's just like the glossy part just got like like ripped, like layered out. I don't know. I don't know how to describe that. It's the cover's intact. It's just a piece of the cover is peeled off. But yeah, it's just so beautiful. I mean, for 25 cents, that is such a big find. And we picked up, you know, some modern books here. We got Jay Lee, Superman. So I think it's being teased that Superman and Wonder Woman you might get some kind of romantic tension there. Um, and I'm all for it, actually. I'm all for Superman becoming like, like tempted, having that temptation, and kind of talking himself into maybe taking a break from Lois and pursuing you're gonna no, Lois is gonna wait for you, so just kind of pursue. I know it sounds awful. I would never do that to anybody, but I'm just saying, like, you know, not that he'd go after Catwoman, but he definitely would go after, I think, Wonder Woman. So I'm very excited to see who they cast as Wonder Woman as well. I think we got a name, but I didn't really take a good look at her. We have Supergirl. Pick that one up. That's nice. These ones I paid 50 cents for that Jay Lee cover. This one I think we paid like $1.50 as well. Yeah, something like that. This one was $1. Um, we picked up Superman Family. This is the issue where uh, Bruce and Selena get married, as well as there's a Elseworld Earth 2 version of Superman getting married to Lois. I don't know what's going on, but it's a key book. And we got it for $1, and it looks fantastic. This is another spines intact, high grade book. I would put it at a solid 8.5 on this one. It looks fantastic. This is a big book too. This is and still rather affordable, but for you Todd McFarlane fans, I think this is a must own because this has Todd's fan letter as a comic book fan. He was a big Superman fan, like most of us, and he wrote in to the comic book and got his fan letter published. So first, Todd McFarlane and Superman, a great Ross Andrew cover. So I mean, it's a key book. And then this book we got for $3 at Jeff's. And in this grade, it's a near mint grade on the app. We got the app price, and the app price is saying it's $40. So I basically paid $3 for a $40 book. It's high grade, and this thing is like, Jeff, this is just, it's been sitting in a comic collection, and it's been just preserved. The only, I think, issues when it maybe gets pulled out over the years, going into one box, another box, whatever. But it definitely needs a press. But once pressed, it will be. Let me just take it out. I want to show you the beauty of this copy, because this is a copy I really was like, this is not a $3 book. I was like, the hamburger munching issue. This is like a fan favorite. Especially if you're collecting Superman. And I was just like, this is a book that's worth a lot. And now in the marketplace, it's getting the $40 tag, appropriate. I think this has probably more room to run, but this is a high grade copy of the book, and it's the Hamburger Munchen session. More burgers, chomp. Keep them coming, gulp, or I'll starve to death. Superman can't starve. All right. Now we are going to get to uh, the two biggest books of the Superman haul, and this I got from now. This is what worries me, because my plan was to go back to All American Comics, talk to my man Jason, and kind of get similar books like I did last week at the same around the same price, and pick up more kind of like, you know, higher grade Superman books. I don't, if Jason keeps his ear to, let's just say he follows Key Collector. If he pulls up Superman prices, which I hope he doesn't do, at least not before I go there this weekend, and try to get as much as I can. But what I'm saying is, oh, no worries, man. What I'm saying is, like, if he just basically says, "Hey, man, I just repriced all the Superman stuff," and which I don't think he'll do. He's got so much other stuff. He was telling me he's got so much other stuff to do. I think if he can move Superman books because they're hot, he's going to be happy to see me, right? So we have a baseline of what I picked up there, and I just hope he respects the baseline, like, like yeah, you picked up two books like that last week for me for 25. Same thing. I'll give you the same deal, right? Like I'm that's what I'm hoping happens here. But anyway, we picked up this. This is a detached cover. I even looked, but it's so cleanly detached, and even with the detachment, and this is where, like, grading gets kind of subjective and weird. This could still get it could still get a blue label, and still get like a mid grade, like 6 to 5, I think is the highest you can get for a detached cover. If everything else is like really nice, and I think this can get a 5.0, in my opinion. And that is this beautiful copy here of Lois Lane 31. And you guys are going to have to correct me if I'm wrong. I believe this is the first Kiss cover for Superman. I know Lois has been in Kiss covers prior to this, and there may be a Kiss cover in the Golden Age, but this is the earliest Silver Age book that I could find where there's a cover of Superman kissing. So let me know. I'm sure there has to be a first Kiss cover in the Superman, uh, you know, uh, the serial run or Action Comics, wherever it is. I'm sure there's something along the Superman family line. Maybe it's in a Superboy book, whatever the case may be. I think it would probably be in a Superboy book, like him and Lana maybe making out in the Golden Age. That would probably be the first cover if I were to look. Because in Action Comics, you're not going to get too many of those. Superman wasn't really geared toward having covers like that, I guess. So we'll see. I mean, it would take some research on my part, but I'm guessing this is not it. But it may be an early Kiss cover of the Silver Age. Again, we got Lois Lane, and again, just appreciate the grade here. It's incredible looking, and it's just, look at the spine. You see the detachment right there, but it's such a clean spine, and it hasn't been pressed or anything. Just is, well, maybe he did press it. It is just way too impressive for this to be just like detached and so clean looking. So maybe he did press it. He said he did mention he had a press, but he didn't have time to like press a lot of books, which again, I think for these older ones he maybe did. This one again looks fantastic, like it's been cleaned and pressed or something, but very high grade of Superman 210, another classic Neil Adams cover here. And this is one that's been on my list for forever because it's um, just a beautiful classic cover here. And one of Neil Adams' like better covers on the run for sure, because it's like, telling a story and all that, which most of his covers do. But there are a lot of covers where it's just like uh, one word bubble and like him lying or falling or doing something, just kind of not. But here we've got multiple characters, we've got a scenario scene going here, and some context to what's going on, Clark Kent's phony death, all of that stuff. It's just nice. This is I want to say it's could get a 9.0 copy. I honestly think this can get a 9.0 even without a press. So we're tempted to send it in. It's I put the grade at an 8.5, 8.0 to 8.5, but again, depending on the grader and how he looks at Silver Age stuff, I think you take a couple misperfections with the book and just roll with the punches on high grade of this magnitude. But woo, pick this. So we picked these two up for $25. And I'm hoping he gives me the same kind of deal. I'll take $25 in there all day long if I can walk away with books like these. So we're gonna go back there, dig. If he gives me any like, hey man, I got to charge more for Superman books with the movie and all that, I will make a counter argument. I will say, but sir, and I know Jeff's probably gone around to repricing it this week. Well, at least I know Jeff doesn't use the app, but he's quick to social media. And if social media is just basically blaring, go see the Superman movie and all this to him, he may, I don't know. I'm just feeling a little bit of FOMO right now. I should have picked up more Superman, all this stuff. But I am at some point going to go through my Superman collection. I'm going to just show you the best books from my Superman collection. And some of it is here that I picked up. But a lot of it is just what I've been focused on for the past couple of years. And so it's going to be fun to kind of reflect back on, when I picked this up, or if I remember. I'm sure I remember a lot of the circumstances around it, kind of like roughly what I paid. On some of this, like this is from a show, got that really cheap, because that is $100 book right there in that grade. Got it for like around 20. I won't say under 20 because of the Canadian exchange rate. Got that one for $10. Anyway, we'll get through it. Well, I'll show it off at the appropriate time. But to kind of give you a preview, this is one of the first Superman books I picked up. And dude, I know you are loving life, my friend. We are loving life as Superman collectors because people want our books now. So there you go. It's going to be hard to get books, though. That's the other caveat to this. It's a double-edged sword. Is that the way you say? No, it's anyway. It's it cuts both ways, right? We can our books are worth more now, but at the same time, we got to pay more for the stuff we love. So I just hope I run across some people who just don't collect Superman and want to be done with their Superman collection somewhere, like a big box of like Superman books where they just like, yeah, go ahead and take them or something like that. That's the dream. Oh, but anyway, getting back to one of my first Superman pickups, this was at Emerald City Comic Con, the post-pandemic one, this one that came right back when it wasn't probably safe to, and we were all masked up. It's when I went to the Jim Lee signing, very big pivotal event in my comic collecting career. It's all documented on some of my very early videos. But I remember this book specifically, and he wanted $40 for the book, but I bundled it with a bunch of other stuff. And again, I made out like a bandit on this because this is a high grade copy. I would put this at like a 9.2. And that is Superman 226. And this just got priced in Key Collector. And so in the high grade, it's $100 book. I would imagine, though, it's really a lot more because of early Bronze Age. Look at the color, look at the preservation of this high grade Bronze Age book. It's just a fantastic copy. And again, we got it for probably around $20. Now, I wouldn't sell this for anything less than $200. So that's what you got right there. Not that I'd sell any of this stuff. This is all. I do like to see my stuff appreciate. So the fact that it's appreciating, and hopefully, we're creating new base values for these books. But there are a lot of Superman books because Superman is a popular character, and a lot of it was reprinted. So that's why I think some of the older books, especially these Bronze, Silver Age books, these are the ones you want to see in high grade for the maximum value. So, but for the most part, you're going to be able to run into low grade, mid grade stuff all the time, even in the Silver Age. It just creates more of a premium for. So that's one thing, looking back, I probably should have targeted more high grade stuff. For me, it was just picking it up was the key. But now, in hindsight, it's like a lot of the stuff I had focused on in terms of grading, in terms of graded pickups, my collection would be insanely amazing. But hey, well, bro, what's up? Yeah, thanks for dropping by, man. It's exciting time for Superman collectors and just kind of celebrating Superman, the premiere day with all of you. I am going to see the movie later tomorrow because it's still Friday here, or sorry, Thursday here. But I will let you know what my thoughts are once I see it. Very kind of, I've just been thinking about this day. I've been waiting this entire year for this moment. So it's just kind of cool that it comes to a head tomorrow. But it really is an opportunity to just expand the DC narrative. I find not, taking nothing away from Marvel, but Marvel fanboys and Marvel collectors have kind of dominated the market discussion and the focus of the top 10 lists and the trending lists and all this. And again, I'm kind of glad that that was the case because now it's swinging full pendulum this way. And I was, if we're talking about market shifts, I was picking stuff up when it was pretty much not worth much. People weren't valuing DC books or these older DC books, especially the Superman books. I was picking Superman out of the quarter bin last week. Movie's about to come out. Nolan's hunting Superman, so it's just ridiculous to me that he's been so underappreciated, undervalued. I don't think that's going to happen anymore. I think once people get wind that Superman's a hit, you're going to get every collector every reseller targeting these books and then jacking up the prices and then making it harder for true Superman collectors to really pick up what's been, again, undervalued in my opinion. But now that we have to pay up for a lot of these. It is a damper on future hauls. So we'll just see how that pans out. But again, we're able to pick a lot of. I mean, I have so much Superman in my collection now, and I said a while back I'm happy with where the Superman collection is because we picked up a lot of stuff. But I was lying to myself. I want to collect more Superman, and I kind of moved out a lot of my Marvel stuff. Like I don't want to collect this Wolverine run anymore, so I'm willing to kind of part with it for Superman books. So if you like Wolverine and you're wanting to get rid of your Superman books, let's talk. But yeah, I hope everybody tunes in again when I review them. I'm not going to review it. I'm just going to give you my thoughts. Because I have a lot of expectations for the movie. And I don't know if that's a good or bad thing, but I think it is a good thing because from everything I've seen, it lets me know that at least at the end of the day, I'm going to be entertained with my favorite character. So I think I'm not carrying a lot of lofty expectations because I've accepted everything that Gunn has presented to this part, and I bought it. So I'm just like, yes. And from what I've seen in terms of the action and some of the dialogue, it seems very, very thoughtful film. So we'll just see how it plays out tomorrow. And I'm not going to give spoilers away when I give you my thoughts. I'm just going to give you my raw, sort of honest opinion on whether I liked the movie or not. And I'm also going to maybe talk about what I think its continued impact will be on comic books, and then we'll kind of go from there. But yeah, thanks for hanging out with me, guys, and stay tuned because we're going to go to the comic book shops this weekend and more Summer of Superman. So I'll let you know. I'll let you know how my LCS is responding to the post Superman movie madness. All right. See you in the next one. Peace out.